This week 3 humanoid robot companies entered the public markets simultaneously. Agility Robotics at $2.5 billion. Unitree cleared its Shanghai IPO. Tesla started converting its last Model S factory line into a robot factory. The physical AI era just got a stock price. Here is what each company actually makes, and whether this is the beginning of the robot age or another bubble. Quick disclosure before we go further. This video reports specific IPO valuations, exchange listings, and pricing for 3 real companies, from a single source. None of these specific financial details are independently verified. This is not investment advice. Do not make a trading or investment decision based on this video. Check real market data and each company's actual public filings before acting on anything here. Now, here's what's being reported. Here's why this week reportedly matters. For 20 years, humanoid robots were lab demos. Viral videos. Robots pushed over on stage, then getting back up. Not products. Not companies with valuations. This week, reportedly, 3 companies said, "We're done being a research project. We're a business now." The question this video actually answers, are these real products solving real problems, or is this the autonomous vehicle IPO wave of a few years back, all over again, a decade early? Let's start with Agility. They make Digit, a bipedal humanoid robot. Reportedly, a SPAC structure, valued at $2.5 billion. Here's the part that's genuinely real regardless of the valuation details. Digit is already running in Amazon warehouses, in commercial pilot programs. Not a demo. Actual deployment. Here's why humanoid shape matters for logistics specifically. Every warehouse on Earth was built for human workers. Shelves at human height. Aisles sized for humans. Redesigning a warehouse for robots costs billions and takes years. Building a robot that fits the warehouse as it already exists, that's reportedly Digit's actual bet. No warehouse modification required. Whether a $2.5 billion valuation is justified depends entirely on how far that Amazon deployment actually scales. Here's all 3 companies, reportedly, side by side. Now Unitree. Reportedly cleared an IPO on the Shanghai Stock Exchange, China's domestic market. Their G1 humanoid robot starts, reportedly, at $16,000. Compare that to Boston Dynamics Atlas, $150,000 or more. That's roughly a 90% price drop. Here's what that unlocks. At $150,000, only the largest companies can justify buying one. At $16,000, small businesses, universities, hospitals enter the market. The addressable market reportedly expands by an order of magnitude. Same week, reportedly, Mistral shipped navigation software that lets a robot find its way with one cheap camera. No LiDAR. No expensive sensor array. Affordable hardware plus affordable navigation, reportedly, is what actually reaches a mass market. But here's the honest caveat, Unitree robots reportedly walk and navigate well. They still struggle when a task changes unexpectedly. Here's that price collapse, reportedly, in one picture. Now Tesla. Not an IPO, a factory conversion, but just as significant. Tesla is reportedly converting the production line that built its last Model S, into an Optimus humanoid robot factory. The car that launched the EV revolution, reportedly, ends. The robot that may change labor begins, on the same line. Tesla's strategy is reportedly different from the other 2. Building Optimus to use internally first, inside Tesla's own factories, not to sell yet. Target price, reportedly, $20,000 to $30,000 per unit. The same week, reportedly, Tesla launched Robotaxi in Miami with zero safety monitor in the vehicle, its 5th autonomous city. 3 versions of the same underlying bet, reportedly, physical AI replacing human presence in specific, defined tasks. Here's the tension underneath all 3, reportedly. Here's the part that tempers the excitement. Every demo this year shows robots moving better than ever. Walking. Running. Recovering from falls. The locomotion problem, reportedly, is largely solved at the research level. Here's what's not solved. When you train a robot to act, it reportedly tends to lose basic world knowledge. A robot trained to pick totes may not know what to do when a tote is somewhere unexpected. Generalization, applying knowledge to new situations, remains hard, reportedly. For everyone. Not just these three companies. The demos work in controlled environments. The deployments work on well-defined tasks. The general-purpose robot is still, reportedly, years away. Here's the reported timeline ahead. 2026, 3 companies public, reportedly. Amazon deploying Digit at scale. Tesla converting its line. Unitree selling globally at 16,000. 2027, reportedly, the first mass deployment wave, if Digit reaches more Amazon centers. Visible proof changes public perception, more capital follows. 2028, the generalization breakthrough, maybe. Every major AI lab is reportedly working on it. Whether that arrives in 2028 or 2032 is reportedly the central uncertainty in every robotics investment thesis right now. For 20 years, robots could walk. This week, reportedly, 3 companies said that's enough to go public. Maybe they're right. Digit reportedly already picks totes at Amazon. Unitree reportedly costs less than a used car. Tesla is reportedly converting its most iconic factory. The question was never whether robots can walk. It's whether they can generalize, handle the unexpected, without a human watching every step. The IPO wave, reportedly, says yes. The research says, not yet. Which one is right will define the next decade. Subscribe for daily AI and robotics coverage. Comment, would you want a robot like Digit in a business you run? Which of the 3, Agility, Unitree, or Tesla, do you think actually delivers on this? Tell me, I read every comment.